Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, coming at you with another video. And before we get in the video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share it. That really does help me out, and I really do appreciate the support. But other than that, today I want to talk about what is the best babysitting game. And I do have a very strong answer that I think most people wouldn't know. But my pick for that is ATV Off-Road Fury for the PlayStation 2. We got this right here. This game is amazing for babysitting. So I don't have any kids myself, but I have a ton of nieces and nephews. And I've had nieces and nephews ever since I was like real young. Like I think the first time I was like in middle school when my sister had her first kid, and have a whole bunch ever since then. But and again, since I was young, I would have to eventually babysit for them. And since I, was super big into video games, anytime I like babysit and had to watch them, we'd play a video game. And at first, it was really hard finding games that they can play with like really young like kids, like 4 or 5 year olds. It's kind of hard to find a video game that they can play because they're young enough where they can kind of tell what they're doing on the game, but they don't have like the motor skills or like the function to actually like really be good at a game. So it's very difficult to find something that they can play and enjoy and keep their attention. But this game worked every single time. And this is basically what you had to do. So I had, I remember a time where I was babysitting one of my nieces and my nephew, and I only had one PlayStation controller. For my PlayStation 2 at the time. So they basically had to like take turns. So finding a game that they could play was a nightmare. But ATV Off-Road Fury was perfect. Because basically what you could do is set it to a freestyle race. So basically there's no track, there's no nothing. You could just kind of drive around this open area. And the key to it is you could set a time limit. So basically what I would do is I'd set like a 10-minute time limit on a freestyle race where they could go anywhere they want, and just give them the controller. And the best thing about like freestyle is like there's no challenge, like you can like fall off as many times as you want. There's no, where you have to like really do something. You could just drive around and have fun. And they absolutely loved it. And the best part about it was the time limit. So again, they didn't have to like fight when it's like, okay, it's time for this person to play. It's just the game would force them out of it, because like once it hits the 10 minutes, your run would end, and then it'd throw you back to the like level select menu. So again, it's like I didn't have to take them off the game. The game would take them off the game, and then they'd switch and then like switch on and switch off, and it kept them entertained for hours. And the best part about it is when they start getting bored, I remember like eventually they'd get bored of the game after playing it for like an hour or two. And then it's like, then when they start getting bored, you show them that in, especially the old ATV games, when you're on that freestyle race, what you can do is if you hit the edge of the map, you and your ATV would go flying like 100 feet in the air and just like crash down. And it happened anytime you hit the edge of the map. So it's just like, on their turns, if I see them getting bored or starting to lose interest, I'd be like, here, look at something cool. And then once I showed them, like once you hit the edge of the map and you go flying back, they start doing that for the next 2 hours. It is the perfect babysitting game, hands down. Again, being able to set the time limit, and even being able to do it with like one controller. Eventually, I did buy a second PlayStation 2 controller that worked, and they could play like together. So like top screen was one of them, the bottom screen was the other, and they could just like fuck around. And that kept them entertained. But again, one of the best babysitting games I've ever played is ATV Off-Road Fury, hands down. But I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Have you ever found a video game that was like a really good like babysitter, where you can just like put the game on, leave the kid in front of it, and then they're just like happy as a clam, and like they don't like really like need anything from you, they can just kind of like play the game? Let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. Other than that, I'm Shin0525. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.